Yo, Kippis Guy here. Hey, so one of the most common questions I get by far on my YouTube channel is, can I mismatch my speakers? And it seems to be more specifically the center channel. A lot of people will say, hey, I don't have a center channel yet. Can I get this brand or should I get this brand? And the question that I ask back is, well, what are your front speakers? Why don't you match it with that same brand? And they'll say, well, this, that, and the other. And the next question I get is, can I mismatch my surround sounds? People will say, I'm running a full Polk audio system. I think I want to upgrade my surround sounds to a Paradigm or to a Focal or something. And my next question is, why aren't you matching your speakers to what you already have? And a lot of you guys give me legitimate reasons, like my center channel isn't loud enough, or my bookshelf speakers are too big, I want smaller, whatever. So there's reasoning behind it. But in today's video, I'm going to specifically talk about why you should try to match your speakers as closely as possible. And if you can't match the exact speaker all the way around the room, at least go with the same model line. For example, I have KEF in my system. The KEF R11s are my left and right speaker. The matching center channel is here, and then I have matching surrounds. They're all in the same line. They're not the same speaker, however. It's most ideal to match your speakers, like literally the same speaker around the room, to get a timbre match that is unparalleled. When you have the same speaker around the room, everything that happens has the same pitch, the same frequency capabilities, the same sensitivity rating. So there's a lot of reasons why you want to have the same speaker, but of course that's not always possible, especially for me. If I was to get another KEF R11, I would have to stand it right here in the middle of the screen. That's not going to work, right? Obviously. But that's what's most ideal, but not ideal for most people. So what do? You buy things within the same line. So even though I don't have matching speakers in the front, I do have a matching model, meaning the drivers are the same and the tweeter is the same. That is the next best thing to do. In this video today, I'm going to put 3 different speakers into my center channel position. I'm going to, of course, have the KEF R2C. That's the center channel I've been using for a couple of years now. That's going to be speaker number 1. I'm going to bring another speaker from a different brand altogether. Different size, different brand. I'm going to make that speaker number 2. And then I'm going to bring a third speaker. And I'm going to play a movie clip, the same movie clip on each speaker. And you're going to hear a difference in all 3. You're going to hear a difference in timbre, meaning the tonality of the speaker. You're going to hear a difference in volume level. And then you're just going to hear a difference in overall capabilities, bass, mid-range, whatever. So I'm going to physically show you why you don't want to mismatch your speakers by letting you hear the difference for yourself. So here are the 3 speakers I'm going to be using as my demonstration. This is the KEF R2C. This is the main center channel down there. This is a totally different brand of center channel down here. Different size, different drivers, different tweeter. I'm going to use that as option number 2. And then we have another KEF speaker within the same line, but a totally different size, right? It's a totally different speaker, even within the same model. I'm going to play the same movie clip on all 3. Now, yes, this is an extreme case. You wouldn't go and buy this drastic of a difference of speaker, but this will prove my point or get my point across that matching your speakers does do you some justice, and not matching your speakers can cause you some acoustic problems. Let's go ahead and fire up the R2C, and we'll switch to the black center channel, then to the white speaker up here.
Hunter! Come on back, peaceful. Family's worried about you. Mama's crying. Sister too. Come on home. Thinking about jumping? Suicide's a sin against God. Against those that own you too. Whoa, whoa, easy now. Easy now. And I've decided not to sell you after all. The fact is, I miss you. Now, you've been there all my life. Like your mama was all my daddy's. Daddy vowed never to sell your mama. And I'm vowing never to sell you. You can come on back. And I won't hurt you bad. You stay at home. Stay with John. Stay with us. Would you like that?
I'm gonna be free or die.
God damn it, Victor!
So down and below in the comment section, you'll have to let me know if you guys were able to hear a difference between all three and what were the differences. For me, the biggest difference is not necessarily volume. While there was a slight difference in overall volume level, it was more the difference in maybe crispiness, maybe full body sound. Obviously, the KEF R2C is the biggest speaker, the main center channel in the system. It's the biggest speaker, so it has the quote-unquote most ability, the most chest, the most grunt. So it's going to be the better sounding one, but that's not what we're after. We're not looking for which one sounded better. What we're looking for, did you hear differences between the three? So the smaller one, the little kind of bookshelf speaker, that had one driver and a tweeter inside. And that sounded close to what the KEF R2C does, the bigger center channel, because it's in the same model line. It has the same tweeter and it has the same driver and they're the same size. Now, of course, the box, the cabinet is not the same whatsoever, and that's where the differences come from. So I can probably get a lot more bass out of the actual center channel than I could out of that little bookshelf speaker. Same thing goes for the other black center channel. It had two drivers just like the R2C did and a tweeter, but it was horn loaded. So it kind of traveled like this instead of like this. Kind of makes a little bit of a difference. It's a little more wider dispersed, but the tweeter itself is a different tweeter than what's in the KEF. So things sounded different. Birds chirping, I think there was some water in the background of that scene. It all sounded just a little bit different. So if you start mismatching your speakers, that's what the problems you're going to run into, is that when your system is calibrating, or maybe when you are calibrating, you're going to have a hard time getting things like phase correct, getting things time aligned, making sure that things hit your ear at the same time, getting your distances set right. It just makes calibrating a lot harder, and you will hear the difference as things move around. Imagine a kid rolling a ball around the house, and you hear that around the speakers, and you notice, well, when it's in the front, it sounds really nice and chesty. As it gets around back, it kind of gets tinny and a little bit quieter than it should. That's because the speakers are not the same. So to close this video, mismatching your speakers is okay. I recommend, if you're going to do it, to at least stay in the same model line so that the drivers and the tweeters and maybe even the crossovers are the same. But it's when you start mixing sizes that causes an issue. And even when you mix brands, there's very little chance that those two speakers are going to sound anywhere near alike. And even if they do, they have different crossover points or different drivers or a different number of drivers. So I know home theater can be difficult. You're limited on space, you're limited on money, but do your best to make sure that your speakers are from the same brand within the same line. If not, at least match brands. Do that for me. If you just don't have the ability to match speakers, it is okay. Just try to match the size, maybe the response, or even the price tag. Don't buy a $2,000 center channel and put $50 bookshelf speakers around it. It just doesn't make any sense. So leave me a comment down below and let me know what you think of mismatching speakers. Do you have mixed matching brands in your home theater right now? Tell me why down below in the comment section. Has it been good for you? Has it been bad? Let us know down below. Hit that like button and subscribe if you are not already. We will see you in the next video. KPS Guy out. Peace.